What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the HASAN Hour broadcast coming to you live from finally sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, I hope all the girls, and I hope all the NBs are having a fantastic one. It's 64 degrees and sunny here in California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live. We're alive. And I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. And some of you are queer. But this is the part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news about what's going on in the world of Hassan Piker in between the time period where I pressed the stop streaming button and pressed the start streaming button. Ended the broadcast last night. It was Valentine's Day. And of course, I did the time-honored tradition of engaging in a Palentine's date, and it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I went out with some friends. Now, initially I went out with my trainer, and we were supposed to go out with another friend as well, but he had actually scheduled a first date with a girl on Valentine's Day, which is crazy. That's a crazy thing to do. It turns out it was so crazy that it was actually not slated to happen. He hit me up as we were driving around town, trying to actually find a place where we can eat because everything was slammed to the gills because everyone was on dates of their own. My friend texted me and he was like, yo, by the way, what are you doing? And I was like, wait a minute, I thought you were supposed to be on a date. What the hell's going on? And he was like, yeah, she said she came down with something. And I was like, ooh, yeah, dude, you got rejected. He still maintains the position that he didn't realize that it was Valentine's Day to call a first date, which I think is ridiculous. I believe him, but it is ridiculous that he just didn't realize that he was asking for a first date on Valentine's Day with a girl that he's never met before. I love this leftist community because as soon as I said she called it out because she was not feeling good, and immediately people are like, bird flu, monkeypox, avian virus, it's all going around right now. It's like, bro, calm down. All right, it's a normal thing that people do when they're socializing, when they think that there's too much pressure potentially to go on a fucking date with someone as their first date on Valentine's Day because they feel like it's maybe something that they signed off for that they don't consider to be a good thing. Maybe they consider the stakes are higher. Okay, it's called lying. People do it all the time. Regardless, we went out, three handsome men. And these girls, they saw my two buddies. I had my back turned to the restaurant because I don't like to tactically sit. I don't really care. To show how Sigma I am, to assert my dominance, I turn my back to the entire restaurant. And these girls were sending notes on a handkerchief, on napkins, to our table. So then we yucked it up, which I thought was kind of funny. It was a cute moment, you know? I do not know where everyone else's stories ended on that night, but predictably my story ended with me leaving early to go to sleep because I was far too tired. You're not old, but spiritually you are ancient, dog. Okay, dude. Let me tell you something. It's hard to be me, okay? Hassan will have a hell of a midlife crisis. I don't think I will. I think I'm chilling. TikTok stands at it again. What is this?
Someone tell Hassan Piker that I will pay for it. I will literally pay for it. I will work overtime to pay for it.
Pay for what? What are we paying for? Got to keep the morale high. I think Hassan would tell you to stop being a gooner and go help your neighbors instead of simping. Hassan is the most hypocritical leftist there is. Actually, a disgrace of a leftist. It's so funny. It's always people who are like, I actually hate everything the left represents, but also this person doesn't even actually follow on the things, on the principles that I personally despise. I'm reading hater comments from a gooner post. I think the funnier thing is that you see a gooner post and the first opinion you have is being like, I hate this guy, he's hypocritical. It's like, bro, get a life, please. Holy moly. Please get a better life. How are you gonna not feel embarrassed to be that jealous that openly? Like, that doesn't make any sense. People have a sense of shame, please. Yeah, bring back shame, please. Things are getting wilder, dude. How much of your viewership is gonna drop once all of us on meds get sent to work camps RFK Jr. wants? I don't know. I think I'll probably go to jail before then. So I think the viewership will drop to zero when I'm you know, when I'm in jail. Also, I like that you think that, you know, I'm not going to the camps either. Just stream from jail. Yes, that's what I would do. If we end up in the same work camp, can I say hi? No. I mean, people from prison stream on TikTok. Maybe I can do it too. Who knows? Would you turn right wing to avoid jail? No. First of all, would I turn right wing to avoid jail is silly because, like, if I went right wing, I would just have so much more prosperity. Yeah, I'll just become apolitical. Hold on. Let me become apolitical real quick. See? There you go. Chat. This is officially an apolitical stream now. Don't worry. I put my shield on, brother. All of a sudden, I'm feeling real patriotic, real apolitical and patriotic. Pull up a Hitler speech. Yeah, the Hitler, the ultimate apolitical guy. Can't think of a guy that's more of a centrist apolitical guy than Adolf Hitler. I know that we're joking, but like we literally are getting there. I don't think it's that crazy for me to say, but like we're maybe teetering a little too close to that kind of opinion as people get more and more comfortable with their insanity. I do kind of feel like that's the inevitable place we're gonna get to, right? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe we're not close to it. I don't know. Asmon just spent the morning watching Holocaust memorial videos, taking the complete wrong message from them and then using them to deny the Nazis targeted LGBTQ people. I am so confused by this. Like, what purpose does this serve? Like, is he trying to make the Nazis look bad in his community? Is that what it is? Like, or I'm confused by this. Like, he's like, no, the Nazis were doing DEI actually, or they weren't doing. What is the purpose of this kind of historic revisionism? That makes no sense. His chat was blaming you during the videos too. He was responding to your clip today and asked for an apology for being right. He said he's waiting for your and everyone's apologies. That's hilarious.
Let us remember that the Nazis burned the books that the Nazis burned books on gender sciences.
They did do that.
First. Now the administration has villainized and marginalized migrant workers, trans.
It's a bit of a miss. Like, my understanding is that they burned them not because it was gender stuff, but because it was written in Jewish and not German. And it was like a retaking of Germany for Germans. That was like the uprising of the Nazis. So it was like, yeah, they were. I think it probably might be both in some circumstances, but like it was categorical for it not being written in German. They also burned porn. Yeah, they burned a lot of stuff. It was both, yeah. And no, a lot. And I wish people like this. It's disappointing that you can't have genuine conversations because people try to just like kind of, like handpick facts and like not talk about things in an honest way. But it's like part of that's true, but it's like not completely true.
Yeah, he's like, everyone needs to apologize to me. It turns out the medical research was written in Jewish. He's saying the Nazis only burned non-German books without engaging in why they were considered non-German. I don't even know where to freaking begin. Where to start with that one. When the Nazis said something was un-German, that doesn't mean that it was actually not really German or written in what ASMONGOLD considers to be Jewish, which is not a language. It could have been Yiddish or Hebrew. It definitely wasn't Hebrew, and most likely wasn't Yiddish either. The books were written in German. Some of them might have been in other languages as well. But as far as like un-German, they don't mean like literally, oh, we hate different languages, which would have been ridiculous altogether, right? That's also weird. I don't know why we're acting like if the Nazis were like, we just hate the linguistics style of the Spanish, that's why we're burning these books. That still would be an odd thing to do. However, when the Nazis, specifically Goebbels is the one who called these books un-German, what he was saying is they're morally degenerate and not real German. Like, they were instilling a nationalist sentiment, presenting the books as though they weren't written by real Germans. Now, in this assessment, in the year 2025, when you look back at that, you go, oh, that's just nationalist propaganda claiming that something that was created by German people, medical research that was for German queer folk, being considered un-German is a way for the Nazis to famously cast these groups of people as outcasts and then put them in fucking death camps and kill them because that's what happened. You don't have to take their position and go, no, I was right. They're actually un-German. You don't have to take the Nazi position. That's crazy. Inevitably, when you go right-wing, there is going to be a point where you engage in some kind of revisionism or apologia for the Nazi party, while also simultaneously saying that they were socialists, which is, you know, ironic, also ahysterical. I think it's an inevitability, but I just didn't think we would get there this fast. His chat was just celebrating trans people being banned from the military. Some were saying it inspired them to enlist. That's the funniest joke I've heard. I'm imagining a fucking ASMONGOLD fan in the military. That is hilarious. That's not happening. American military superiority in the shitter, okay? First of all, that's definitely not happening. Oh yeah, I was gonna join the military. The one thing that was stopping me is the fucking trans people in the ranks. Okay, bud, sure. How about you take a shower first, okay? Baby steps, big guy. Baby steps. You know, take a shower, maybe go outside, see the sunlight for once. And then you can consider these other big decisions, okay? I think these guys forget that, like, you can't just be a drone operator and be permanently transfixed on your couch where the leather has basically become your second skin, where you're just like melting into the couch, and then you use like your little Xbox controller to use the drones. You still have to do like military drills and stuff, even in the Air Force, the chair force. Him also saying he's not the biggest political commentator is fucking crazy too. No, ASMONGOLD 100% is the largest political commentator on this platform, which is interesting because that is precisely what people wanted. Not ASMONGOLD personally. That wasn't ASMONGOLD's wishes. I don't think he had a dream of being like the largest political commentator on the platform, but he did become it. It was, however, the wishes of many other people. Many other people, like I would say a lot of my naysayers on the liberal side. I won't even name them, but I'll name one of them, Sex Pestany, for example, in his community, consistently created allegiances and you know, used every moment that they could to disparage figures that they considered to be the true threat to liberal values. People like myself, people who have not strayed away from being anti-fascist even a little bit. The misconstruing the point that you're saying they wanted another dissenting voice in lieu of you just bringing up his name. This is not a what? No, they wanted a dissenting voice. They got it. What do you mean? Unless you meant, oh, they only want one dissenting voice, and that dissenting voice is a sex pest and a serial harasser of virtually every fucking content creator that dares to hurt his feelings. Is that what you're saying? Because that is what they were. Yes, that's what they wanted. But in that process of disparagement, there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of charitability that was cast aside for someone like myself. And luckily for all of those naysayers, there is a dissenting voice now. This is the dissenting voice they got. Real monkey's paw situation for them. I agree with you about post-Asmon's rise. Once they realized the Frankenstein had been created, they've been relatively critical of him. Yeah, except they also do still cherish and celebrate when ASMONGOLD takes pot shots against me, because a lot of these people, no matter how hard they act like they're liberals, still care about drama more, and they still care about disparaging content creators that they feel have wronged their intellectual titan. That's the thing about being in a cult-like community where you don't have like a real moral compass. Some do, certainly. They won't actually recognize what they've been doing nonstop, but you know, they got it. This is what they wanted for, and they got it. So I don't know why they're complaining.